Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. I truly appreciate all the support my patrons have given me throughout the years, but every once in a while I like to make a video that is just for me. So today's video is built around one of the new legendary creatures that caught my eye from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, Riku of Many Paths. If you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you like the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Riku of Many Paths is a 3-mana 3/3 legendary human wizard. Whenever we cast a modal spell, we choose up to X, where X is the number of times we chose a mode for that spell. First, we may exile the top card of our library. Until the end of the turn, we may play it. We may put a +1/+1 counter on Riku of Many Paths, and he gains trample until the end of turn, or we may create a 1/1 blue bird token with flying. I am a big fan of modal spells, especially in Commander, where you only have so many cards to work with. I know that to new Magic players, 100 cards can seem like a lot, but once you've built a few decks, it becomes less about finding cards to add, and more about finding cards to cut. For this deck, I was lucky and only had to cut 14 cards from my initial rough draft. Additionally, as I'm sure you saw in the video title, I wanted to try to get this deck as budget-friendly as possible, while staying on theme. I wasn't quite able to get it down to $50, but $60 for a deck is still much more affordable for most of us. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is famous for their boulder, and they now have the new Boulder in Tray. Designed to carry both your Commander deck and enough dice to satisfy anyone but a Dice Goblin, you can get yours in a variety of colors, like this Onyx one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the Ultimate Guard Boulder and Tray, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional Commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One last announcement before we get into our video. In addition to streaming on Twitch, I will be dual streaming on a new YouTube channel as well. Check out Gaming with Danon if you want to catch me live. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Frontier Bivouac, Hinterland Harbor, Sulphur Falls, Rootbound Crag, Rimewood Falls, Volatile Fjord, Island Forest, Tangled Islet, Molten Tributary, Wooded Ridgeline, Yavimaya Coast, Shivan Reef, Karplusan Forest, Simic Growth Chamber, Izzet Boiler Works, Gruul Turf, Scavenger Grounds, 5 forests, 5 islands, and 5 mountains make up the land base for our deck. Dance of the Tumbleweeds, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Izzet Signet, Gruul Signet, Stormkiln Artist, Goblin Electromancer, Goblin Anarchomancer, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Farseek, Skyshroud Claim, Verdant Confluence, and Titania's Command help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. I went with the 3 Signets in this deck because I wanted a budget-friendly way to fix our mana. We've got a lot of low-cast spells with a ton of colored pips in our deck, and Signets are a great way to filter mana for cheap. I also wanted to include Descent into Avernus, but that card is climbing in value. Metamorphic Blast, Trash the Town, Return of the Wildspeaker, Nylea's Intervention, 3 Steps Ahead, Archmage's Charm, Bushwhack, Cathartic Pyre, Collective Defiance, Confounding Riddle, You Find the Villain's Lair, Thassa's Intervention, Mishra's Command, Prismari command, and Archmage Emeritus help us to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. Caught in the Crossfire, Explosive Derailment, Phantom Interference, Return the Favor, Shifting Grift, Abrade, Atarka's Command, Blue Elemental Blast, Branching Bolt, Brotherhood's End, Cast into the Fire, Clan Defiance, Crushing Canopy, Decisive Denial, Return to Nature, Red Elemental Blast, Izzet Charm, Simic Charm, Mystic Confluence, Fiery Confluence, Hull Breach, You Find Some Prisoners, Smash to Dust, Insidious Will, Primal Command, and Quandrix Command help to keep our opponents in line. Burn Down the House, and Perplexing Test help us to reset the board as needed. Thousand Year Storm, Swarm Intelligence, Great Train Heist, Applied Biomancy, Twinferno, Sea Double, and Kamal's Will make up the core of our deck and how we plan on winning. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 49 mana sources split between 34 lands and 15 pieces of ramp. A little light, but that's okay because we're also running 15 pieces of card advantage, 26 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 4 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds, Titania's Command, Return to Nature, and Primal Command, 1 sudden I win card in Thousand Year Storm. Of course I'm running Thousand Year Storm, it's my favorite Magic card. Now, our deck is mostly a control deck. We sit back, cast spells, trigger Riku. We can then draw cards, make an army of birds, or pump our commander and sit back and wait. Eventually, we can just swing out with Riku and kill someone. I made this deck to be more silly than anything. We're not trying to crush everyone, just kind of sit back and have fun. I do think we can make the deck stronger if we wanted to, but I wasn't going for that. I have enough powerful decks, and it's nice to have a couple of casual ones. But if budget isn't a concern, you can include cards like Sublime Epiphany, Smuggler's Surprise, Archdruid's Charm, Cryptic Command, Jeska's Will, Klauth's Will, and Flame of Anor. The one advantage to building budget decks is that cuts are easier to make when they're based on the price of the card. Do you have a casual commander deck meant to just be fun? Who's your commander? What theme did you go with? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Bob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Pedro, Midge, Alix, Alex, Julio, Valeri, Conga, Ignis, RJ, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Joel, and Brock. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.